11, the state's mandatory mask policy is now in effect as the governor gives his clearest signals yet about when parts of the state could reopen. He's hoping to ease some restrictions 1 week from Monday, which is the 18th. Good evening to you. I'm David Wade.
And I'm Lisa Hughes. The news isn't as good today about the number of new cases, which is why the governor says covering up makes sense. Ken MacLeod is in Boston tonight with more.
Several key COVID metrics had been going in the right direction for the last week or so until today. All the more reason, says the governor, to make a mask part of your everyday life.
I gotta catch a train.
There's no rush hour crowd to distance from at South Station these days. It's even scooter friendly.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing it already, so I just don't want to get sick.
He's talking about day one of mandatory face covering statewide. Any place there's no assurance of staying 6 feet away from others. A judgment call for some solitary outings, but a must at the grocery store and on public transit, and a mandate that will stick around.
We view this as a common sense way to set a statewide standard for the long term as we look to get back to a new normal.
The governor was at Gillette Stadium today for the graduation of 240 state troopers, the largest class in a quarter century.
And I need them to go to work.
Face covering enforcement isn't likely to occupy much of their time, with the overwhelming majority of folks wearing them, even those who question how much it'll help.
Yeah, but I definitely want to comply and make other people feel more safe, I guess, in public.
But after almost a week of slight decline in some key COVID-19 stats, the last 24 hours brought an uptick, more than 1,700 new cases and more than 200 deaths. That accompanied yet another warning to stay the course.
I want to repeat that. This virus can be spread from person to person without symptoms.
But even as the governor enlisted continued patience, he suggested that some sort of phase 1 economic restart is still on track for May 18th, perhaps beginning with the healthcare, retail, and transportation sectors. He was asked about businesses threatening to jump the gun.
Let's hope and anticipate that people don't start breaking the law. That would be a bad thing.
There are some exceptions to the governor's executive order on face coverings, like kids under the age of 2 and folks with certain medical problems. At the State House tonight, Ken MacLeod, WBZ News.